Good morning, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm at the British Gravel National Champs, and yeah, really looking forward to get stuck in. So last year I did the Gravel Champs, which was down at Kings Lynn at the King's Cup. So it was a flat course, not really gravel, mostly on sand and stuff like that. And I was in with the elites, the senior men. It was like the 1934, and the elites was all one category. There's like 170 odd people. It was absolutely mad. I lined up next to Alex Dowsett and Alistair Brownlee, and yeah, I did better than I was expecting. For most of the race I was up in the top 30 and stuff, because it was nice and flat, not really any hills, perfect for me. And then my back seized up with like 1 lap to go, and dropped back to about 50th place. I think that's where I finished, about 52nd or something like that. This year they've changed things a little bit. This year is the elite category, and the 19 to 34 has been split up, and so I've decided to go with the 1934 because I haven't got any illusions of grandeur. I am not an elite rider at all. So yeah, 19 to 34, and I think it's about just over 30 of us, which is a nice number for racing. And this year, instead of it being down at the King's Cup, it's switched up and it's now up as part of the Raiders gravel kind of stage race. So we're doing stage 2 of the stage race, and that's the British National Champs. Pretty much the same course as the Gralloch that I did a few months ago. So yeah, it starts off nice big long climb to start us off, and then it's kind of just rolling all day, and it's about 90% of it is on gravel. Instead of finishing back here like we did at the Gralloch, because it was like a 20k kind of road bit at the end, we're finishing up by the viaduct, which is about, it finishes down like a gravel descent, and yeah, quite techy and stuff, which is the reason I've made, I did a bike check video the other day, but yeah, I've switched up and I've gone for a slightly wider tyres than I did at the Gralloch. So we're setting off at 10 o'clock, which is a few minutes away, so I'm gonna get myself focused and ready to get racing, because yeah, I feel like I could do well today. Maybe like a top 10, top 5, maybe even onto that podium, who knows. And yeah, ready to get started. See you at the finish. Thanks, Dad.
4, 3, 2, 1, away you go. Have a good race.
was a tough day out on the bike. Very, very tough. Managed to yeah, just being like kind of top 10 on that first climb, which was much better than I was expecting. And then towards the top of that first climb, I asked Matt to kind of wait for me while it got like steep, and then yeah, we got on with that second group, working quite well together. Like I think that kind of first kind of 6 or 7 riders were way off the front, and there was no way that was coming back. But yeah, so yeah, Matt's been doing the Raiders 3-day stage race. At the start of the day, he was first place on in the 19 to 34 category. So yeah, as I knew I wasn't going to win a national champs, I thought I'd do a little bit of work to kind of help him out. And so yeah, I was just doing a lot of work on the front, trying to keep the pace quite high, obviously making sure that he was still there in the group, and trying to kind of drop some of his kind of GC rivals. Like doing really well. Like I was feeling really strong kind of for like the first kind of hour and a half, 2 hours or so, and then we were going up this climb, and yeah, managed to kind of we managed to kind of drop one of the GC rivals off the back. And then I was like, turned around to Matt, I was like, oh, should we push on a little bit more? And he's like, oh, no, not yet. And then probably about 10 minutes later, towards the top of this climb, it got quite steep, and I was like, my heart rate was like 175 or something, and I was like, oh, I don't really want to push on too much over that, which I think was a mistake, because it was a long down, well, it's not too long, but there was a downhill after that which I could have recovered on. So maybe I should have pushed on a little bit more to kind of stay with that kind of 3 or 4 of them. I think it was like 3 of them, so Matt and a couple of others, but we dropped a few of the other GC guys. So I was kind of stuck in between, and I was like, trying to get back on down that descent, and I was on my own for a while. Then I was with this guy, and we're trying to chopping the turns. Then I dropped him, and I could just see like Matt in that little group, not too far off the front, up ahead, but I was like, it was like rolling, and there was just nothing. I couldn't really make too much inroads into them, and then yeah, I was probably chasing for about half an hour or so, and yeah, I just absolutely killed myself from there. Absolutely killed myself. And then like one of the other age groups, like the kind of front runners from another age group, came past me, tried to jump onto the back, and there was a couple of like people from my age group on the back of that, and I was like like kicking myself a little bit, because like if I'd sat up and known that group was coming, then I would have saved some energy, and I would have been able to stick with them for longer than I did. In the end, got to the next climb, and I was just not feeling it at all, and yeah, just rode at my own tempo. Managed to catch back up with someone else in my age group, and yeah, tried to, from then I was just like, got worse and worse and worse. My back, my triceps, yeah, everything was hurting, and that last kind of 40 minutes or so was just so hard. Yeah, no punctures or anything, so for the whole race, so really happy there. And then yeah, I just kind of grovelled to the finish. Really happy though, like considering I was ill only a couple of weeks ago. Really happy with, yeah, like I kind of turned up today, ended up finishing I think 13th overall, so just outside of that top 10, and I think I was, when I was chasing onto Matt, I was in 10th position, so lost 2 or 3 positions. Well, I lost 3 positions on that kind of last kind of hour, and one of them was on like literally just over the last like last climb, but I just had nothing. I couldn't pick up the pace at all, and so yeah, I left it all out there. I did everything I possibly could. Like at a Gralic, I was kicking myself because I got to the finish and I felt like I had more. Today I was dead, like I was absolutely dead, and yeah, definitely left it all out there. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.